Welcome to today's episode. We're diving into a topic that's becoming increasingly important for creators using AI tools: how to protect your copyright when AI is part of the creative process.
That's right. AI is everywhere now, in writing, design, journalism, marketing, and while it speeds things up, it also complicates copyright. It's no longer just about the final product you publish. What really matters is what you can prove about how you created it.
Exactly. And that boils down to two key things. First, keeping detailed records of your AI prompts and the creative process, and second, making sure there's meaningful human creativity involved. Skip either one, and you could be legally vulnerable.
So today, we're breaking down why prompt records and human creativity matter, what counts as proof, and what happens if you don't keep good records. Let's start with why prompt records are so important.
When AI is involved, ownership isn't obvious just by looking at the final work. The AI might have generated the content, but who actually created it? That's where prompt records come in. Think of them as receipts for creativity. They're like a paper trail that shows your human intent, the creative decisions you made, who authored the work, and when it was created. Without those receipts, it's like trying to prove you bought something without a receipt. You just don't have the evidence. And in copyright disputes, that can be a huge problem.
Right. So what exactly counts as an AI prompt record?
Good question. It's not complicated. It can be the original prompts you wrote to generate content, follow-up prompts where you refine tone or style, instructions about the content's purpose, iterative changes like rewrite this with a legal tone, or notes explaining why you made certain edits.
And you don't need fancy software for this. Simple things like saved text files, screenshots, draft histories, or even time-stamped notes can establish authorship. It's practical advice. Basic documentation can make all the difference.
But here's a critical point many creators miss. Prompts alone don't equal authorship. Just telling AI write an article about copyright or generate an image of a phoenix isn't meaningful human creativity by itself.
Right. To secure copyright protection, you have to show creative judgment, original expression, editorial control, and substantive modification or selection. AI is a tool that assists, but you have to shape the work.
I like to think of it like this. Prompting is like giving a recipe to a chef. The recipe alone doesn't make the dish unique. It's the chef's skill, choices, and adjustments that create something original.
That's a great analogy. So what does meaningful human interaction actually look like in practice?
It includes things like substantially editing the AI output, rewriting sections in your own voice, choosing the structure or narrative, combining AI output with original content, making artistic or journalistic decisions, and rejecting or revising multiple drafts.
So, for example, if you're a journalist using AI to draft an article, but then you rewrite large parts, add your own reporting, and decide how to frame the story, that's meaningful human involvement. But if you just hit generate and publish, that's not enough.
Exactly. You have to leave your fingerprints on the work. If your role stops at generate and publish, your copyright claim is shaky at best.
This is a key insight. Human creativity isn't optional. It's essential. And that leads us to why documentation and human creativity have to go hand in hand.
Prompt records alone don't secure copyright, and human creativity alone might be hard to prove later. But together, they show your creative process clearly, establish authorship if challenged, strengthen takedown notices under laws like the DMCA, support copyright registration, and protect you in disputes or court.
So documentation is your legal shield, and creativity is your claim to ownership. This combination turns AI-assisted work into legally defensible creative property.
Now, what happens if you don't keep prompt records? The consequences can be serious.
First, you might be unable to prove ownership. If someone copies your AI-assisted work and challenges you, without records, you can't show how it was created. Others might claim it was fully AI-generated, and platforms could deny enforcement requests.
And that's not just theoretical. Imagine you're a small business or a journalist. Losing that ability to prove authorship could mean losing your work entirely.
Second, your copyright claim can collapse under scrutiny. Without proof of human authorship, registration can be rejected or canceled, courts may rule the work unprotectable, and infringers can legally reuse your content. This is especially risky for journalists, advocacy groups, and businesses.
Third, you lose the ability to enforce against theft. No proof means weak DMCA takedown claims, delayed or denied removals, lost revenue, and lost exposure.
And finally, your credibility can take a hit. Overclaiming AI work as fully original can backfire. Lack of transparency undermines trust with your audience and partners.
Copyright is only as strong as the evidence behind it. So this isn't just a legal issue. It's about protecting your reputation, too.
Given all that, what are some best practices for creators using AI?
Save all your AI prompts and revisions. Keep drafts that show edits and changes. Add substantial original input. Don't just publish raw AI output. Use copyright notices only on final, human-authored versions. Be honest and accurate in registrations or disclosures. And treat AI like a tool, not a shortcut.
Those are solid, practical steps. They help protect your rights and your reputation.
To wrap up, AI makes creation faster, but proof makes it protectable. Without prompt records, meaningful human creativity, and documentation, you risk losing ownership, enforcement rights, income, and credibility.
Copyright protection starts long before publication. It starts with how you create and what you preserve. So, create thoughtfully, document carefully, and protect intentionally.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope this helps you navigate the complexities of AI-assisted creation and copyright.
Absolutely. Until next time.